This is how we took this abandoned property and turned it into a cash flowing investment.
All right, guys, so me and Andrew were down at the city one day looking at pulling permits, and we were scrolling on Zillow, and I found this one, and I showed it to Andrew. We drove over here, and next thing we knew, we were walking through it.
Oh, smells like. So there was homeless people in here. They said there was about 20 homeless people in this house last week, and they stole all the doors, they stole the stove, but it's not in that bad a condition, honestly.
Quick glance, we walked through, put together quick numbers, and based on that is why we moved forward with our offer. And then of course, once we were in that option period, that's when we come in and we get hard numbers on those estimates, start putting pen to paper with real numbers.
So after that first day when Blake brought us over here, we looked through it. Like you said, it moved really quick. Went through, walked through the property with our realtor and with the seller's realtor. And by the end of the day, we had a pretty good idea of what we wanted to offer on the property. They were asking $125 for this property. We put on an offer at $105. They came back with a counter at $110. We were able to come back, get it at $108. So once we closed on the property, we got started on construction right away. We knew we needed paint inside and out, as well as to replace all the windows as the homeless had broken them up and they were boarded up. We also needed a new roof, new foundation. Both kitchens needed to be redone, as well as the bathrooms and the floors. But that's when we ran into our first issue on the construction.
But prime example, our roof right out of the gate, that was the second thing we did after we leveled the house, because you want the firm foundation and then you build on top of that. So after it's all back to where it needs to be, that's when you want to put on your new roof. As soon as we opened up that roof, and there were cedar shingles and 2 other layers of asphalt shingles as well. So unfortunately, we had to tear out all that and then go back with all new decking. We were hoping that that decking was going to be good on the first run, but not the case. Ended up doubling our roof budget, but that's when you make up for other things, and it's just part of investing. So
everything else went according to plan for the most part. We were able to get new floors in, as well as the paint on the walls, as you can see here. We were able to get the kitchen done. We got our stove in, as well as our washer dryer connections. And of course the master, where all those windows were broken out. It really just looks night and day compared to the original condition.
We also got the shed torn down just for liability reasons, and it opens up a whole nother opportunity for a cash flowing building back here. Maybe in the future when we reassess, we can look at numbers and see if we can add an ADU of some kind back here. As you can see, even put a whole nother 1 bed, 1 bath back here. So very nice lot. You can see they each have their own entrance in the back as well. Another thing that slowed us up on this property was the gas. That was another big delay we had. We expected it all to be good, and next thing we knew, we were chasing a gas leak underneath the house. Of course, that adds to the delay in getting tenants in the other side. I have a standard set of crews that I normally use on all our jobs, but during our walkthrough, this gentleman approached us. He was in a motorized wheelchair. I wouldn't say motored vehicle. He told me, hey, I can do this remodel for you. What can I do for you? You know, can I do the trim? Can I do the sheetrock? And I was a little hesitant at first, to be honest. But you know, you got to give people chances in life. And he came in here with his wheelchair, busted ramps up into there. You can see it's 4 feet off the ground, pier and beam home. He didn't have any excuses. He got it done every time. You got to take it for what it is and make the best of it. And just like our boy Carmelo, man, he's a go-getter. Get out there, get the jobs, get the houses. Don't be afraid, go make some money.
We budgeted $48,000 in construction costs. I think we ended up spending just a little bit more than that, about $50,000. So our budget was pretty much on the money. Each side in this area rents out from $950 to $1,000. So we were able to get about $1,900 a month in rent over here. So this property is doing great for us. Like you see, the construction flipped around real quick. Blake and I got it done in about 45 days. And we got renters in within the month after that. Now we're cash flowing about $200 a month on this property. So it's been a great investment for us. And like Blake said earlier, there's even more flexibility to add more units in the future and really make it a great deal. So we're really excited about this one.
So guys, some things you can do to up the value or the aesthetic of your property, like what we didn't do on this one because our budget got a little tight, was you can put in rock millings or some kind of driveways. But yeah, little things like that can add a lot of value to your property and really change it up from one to the other. As you can see, ours is kind of a diamond in the rough here on this block per se. Sometimes little things like that don't cost that much, like adding dirt or some driveway here would go a long ways to your tenant. It just makes it look better, and then they're not driving in a muddy driveway. So
So at the end of the day, we were able to get this deal flipped around pretty quickly. We were able to underwrite the deal properly. We got tenants in at what we expected, and even honestly a little bit better than expected. The construction went as planned for the most part, you know, and that just shows you how quickly you can turn a house that was abandoned, homeless people in it. They were renting the rooms out by the room. They stole everything out of it. They stole the doors out of it. They stole the stove out of it. You know, they wrote stuff on the walls. They painted stuff everywhere. And we bought it for cheap. We made a deal with the homeowner, and now the whole neighborhood benefits from it. You got a nice new property on the block. Other properties are following along as well. 2 new tenants have a great place to live in this neighborhood, and we got it at a good price. As everyone else improves, as this house one day may be bought, the value of it will go up, and it'll be a great investment for our portfolio. We're really excited to have it, and that's what you have to do. Buy it, add value, hold on to it if it makes sense to hold on to. If it doesn't, flip it around, flip it and sell it. This one makes sense for us to hold on to, so we're gonna hold on to it, and that's what you gotta do. Get out there, buy the deals, negotiate the deals, do the construction, add the value, and after that, you cash the check, baby. Let's go. We're gonna move to the next one. We'll see y'all. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.